Listen, Instagram is a tough cookie to crack, but when it comes to the actual difficulty level of content creation, it's more like these ready-to-bake cookies, whereas something like YouTube is more like making them from scratch. You get the same result, well, if not a bake, but this takes a lot less time. Are you okay? You sure? Okay, I have finally figured out the best way to sell your digital products on Instagram, and so I want to share that with you. Think of Instagram as the ready-to-bake cookies, and this video is the instructions on the back. So let's talk about Reels. You knew this was going to be part of my strategy. Reels have the biggest impact. You can definitely post carousels, and I don't just mean graphics you create in Canva. You can also just do photo dump carousels. Those are actually performing really well and help connect to your existing audience. But when it comes to growth and reach, Reels are where you need to be. So I want to talk to you a little bit about my personal Reels strategy and what I see working and what I see not working. So there's two different kinds of Reels I think you should create. The first one is creating a Reel that really highlights the problem that your potential customer has. I try to create content that shows you what you could have if you were able to have that freedom and flexibility of working for yourself, whether that be taking a day off just to spend with your kid at home because you can, or being able to travel and work at the same time. So it's enticing them a little bit, like, this is what you could have if you take my advice and work with me. I struggled with this type of content for a while because I didn't want to seem like braggy, like, oh, look at this life that I have. But I'm really instead saying, look, I went from this to this with the methods that I'm sharing in my digital product, and I want to help you do the same. So let me help you by grabbing my free resource or by purchasing my small digital product. So don't be shy of sharing what you have gained through the methods that you're sharing in your digital product, because that's what people want to see. They want to be inspired. They want to know, what am I going to get? What's the outcome that I will receive if I buy your digital product? So really, the Reels should show the outcome, or even just give them the feeling and the relatability that you have been where they are and now you're here. So that's like the first type of Reel that I like to create. And the second one, this is loud, so the second type of Reel that I like to create actually provides education. So giving them a little nugget, a little piece of information that might be in your digital product, or even just like the stepping stone before your digital product. And that way you're providing them value and advice and tips and building that trust with your audience, so that maybe after a few times of really having actionable steps from your Reels, they'll be like, wow, I've had so much help already. I can't imagine what I'll get by making the purchase of the digital product. So those are really the two types of Reels that I like to focus on. But there's a few things that you can do, whether it be on the Reel or in the caption, that can really encourage that next step with your community, which I'm gonna share now. When it comes to really grabbing your audience's attention, it comes to a hook, right? Now, if you've been watching these videos for a while, you probably already know what a hook is, but just in case, I will explain. So a hook is really that beginning statement, whether it be something that's on the Reel itself or the first line of your caption, that is grabbing your audience's attention and encouraging them to continue reading or watching the Reel, etc. The ones that work the best for me are usually when I have a word fully capitalized. So it'd be like, this is my secret, but this is all capitalized. I feel like that really like draws their attention. And then if you follow that word with something that makes them have to scroll down or have to continue watching the Reel or have to go read the caption, then that's like the encouragement side. So saying something like here or this or don't, that's gonna grab their attention. And then following that word is really the action you're wanting them to take. So you could even simply say, here's why, with here's in capital letters, and then have an arrow pointing down, say on your caption, and that's gonna make them want to scroll down so they can actually read the reason why. And in the Reel itself, you might have done what we talked about earlier by really showing them the outcome, and then the caption is saying like, here's why or here's how. So they go hand in hand, and you wanna make sure that you are hooking somebody in the Reel first, and then hooking them in that first line of the caption as well so that they can scroll down, because that brings us to really the next strategy that I think really works on Instagram if you're trying to sell digital products or even leading them to another platform like YouTube, for example, and that is using automation. ManyChat has, I feel like, taken over Instagram, which is fine. I love ManyChat. I feel like it's a very convenient way to communicate with your audience, but not in a way where you're like trying to replace yourself with this automation. Honestly, it's good for you and good for your audience, because when, say, they want something after watching your reel and it's like a free resource, you would say, check it out in the link in bio. They would go to the link in bio and they would have to find it, maybe scroll through other stuff, and then they eventually find it, then they're led to another website. You're creating too much friction for this person, and because of that, it's very unlikely that they're going to take all of those steps. Whereas with ManyChat, in your call to action, you can tell them to comment a specific word. So if you're giving them a free resource, you could say, comment free below and I will send you a DM with this free resource. And with ManyChat, you've already set up this automation to where as soon as they comment that word, they will get a response as a comment saying, hey, it's on its way. And then they'll get a DM providing the link or the freebie or an email sign up, whatever it is you choose to do. And they didn't have to go anywhere. I need to wipe my hands because I got cookie dough all over them. Okay, so I'm gonna put these bad boys in the oven. Ooh, cookies. And then we will go on to the next step. Okay, we're gonna sit here in the dining room area while our cookies are baking. And I'm going to talk to you about the next step here, and that is StanStore. I talk about StanStore all the time because I am obsessed with it. I think it's the best platform for content creators, especially those who are posting on things like Instagram and TikTok. One of the hardest things about selling on social media, in my opinion, is the friction, which we were just talking about. You're leading them somewhere and then they have to go somewhere else and then they have to go somewhere else and they have to scroll down in your website, and it's just a lot, and we have short attention spans now, and you really need to make it as easy as possible for your community to find your product. And StanStore was literally created to be optimized for social media. When it comes to ManyChat, that's an automation that sends them a DM. And then the link that you put in that DM is also super important. So with StanStore, it pretty much acts as a link in bio, but it's also just a website platform. So I link it here in my YouTube as well. But if somebody goes to your link in bio and sees your paid offering or sees your free resources, they can make the purchase or grab the download without ever leaving Instagram. The fact that this exists now is such a game changer for conversions, because you are leading somebody to your link in bio or using the ManyChat automations and sending them a link, and now they can just make the purchase and never have to leave Instagram. If they've made a purchase on Instagram before, they can save that information. So really they're just having to do like a one-click thing and be able to buy your product or sign up for your email list. And StanStore has so many different options. You can build a course in there. They are coming out with a community feature, so you could host a membership within Stan. You can also do like regular digital products like guides, PDFs, stuff like that. They have the capability of booking one-on-ones or hosting workshops. So it's really all in one with what you're able to sell through StanStore. And then it also just has so many other great features. Being able to view your analytics through the platform is super helpful. And they just released an app finally, which I was so excited for. So now you can get phone notifications when you get a sale. And I'm just saying, it makes you feel really good when you see that pop up on your phone. So many awesome features with Stan, but the reason I'm mentioning it in this video is because I want it to be as easy as possible for you to sell your digital products on social media, but the best way to do that is to make it easy for your community. So the easier it is for your community to make that purchase, it's going to make a huge impact on your overall sales. If you want to get eyes on your reels, you really need to pay attention to trending audio. And I know some people will say that's not necessary and just post quality content. That is also super important, and you definitely need to be posting quality content. But Using trending audio does make a difference. Before applying this strategy, I would get a reach of anywhere from 50 to 200. And after applying this strategy, now I'm seeing numbers over 1,000, which is a huge difference. And it's actually been helping me grow. Big surprise. And I'm gonna show you exactly how. I'm just gonna come a little closer. When you're ready to post a reel, I always go right here at the bottom, boop, and it will take you to the reels, right? And then you can scroll through all the different reels. Normally, I used to just scroll on a reel and use the audio. I would just click right there and use whatever audio it was if I liked it. So now there's two things I look for. So first, when you see an up arrow here at the bottom, that means it's starting to trend upwards. And if you actually click on that, it's gonna show you up here how many uses it has. In this case, there is over 70,000 uses. So I would never use that audio specifically. And you just keep scrolling through until you like an audio, it has a trending up arrow and has under 10,000 uses. So let's see. No. Okay, here's an up arrow. I'm gonna click it. And look, this one has 1,600 uses. So I would use this audio if I liked it. I actually don't know what it sounds like. Okay, yeah, so I would totally use that audio. So it's actually super easy, and pairing with these audios, you can do something so simple like filming yourself, putting away the dishes, I don't know, or taking a walk, or just like scrolling on your phone. It really depends on your niche. If like you're in a cooking niche, you could be baking cookies. You could do lots of different things as long as you can relate it back to your niche. But if you want more videos about how to leverage Instagram to sell digital products, please let me know in the comments because I can go deeper in all of this. But right now we're gonna take a cookie, maybe if it's not too hot, and eat it. That was a mistake because now my mouth is full. But watch this video next and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.